So thank you so much for inviting me here. So I'm based in Essex and I'm an academic, but also I'm a playwright. So I'm going to talk about this project. I found it many years ago. I have a theatre company called Lumenis Theatre Company. And the latest project is Lightstreams. I'm going to show you, to give you a sense of what I'm doing, a short video, which is a kind of a show reel. Hopefully it works.
Once the fire door shuts behind me, it's all hush and rushed. I get the uniform and all the mop and the light blue gloves, thin and sticky. It takes me ages to put them on and to take them off. My cell phone rings in my back pocket. No one ever calls me. I can't answer it. I'm serving teas again, but I can't wait. The moment I get a chance, I sneak off into the kitchen and I get my phone out. Tonight, she's well confused. I call out once, twice, maybe. I wait. Patience is the virtue of the strong, I think.
So I'm going to move on from that. I'm sorry, because the rest will take all presentation. Hopefully, it's
One day.
yeah. So I'm going to talk about the play. So Lightstreams is a play that's been conceived by talking to migrant care workers, and he's put in spotlight of a family during a global crisis. So the main character, as a couple, the two main characters, Hermie and Maurice, but in particular Maurice is a young migrant carer. He's forced to choose between his family, having to live in the care home where he works, and he struggles also to keep his marriage and the relationship with his 3-year-old afloat. So that's a kind of the storyline in very short sentences. The concept of play, I mean, this play has been, I've been working on this since 2022. At R&D with the Arts Council had several public sharings, which around 100 audiences. And now finally we got a big a National Lottery Project grant, which are allowed to tour the play and do a full production in the autumn. So what kind of social change does this play kind of address? First of all, in terms of methodology, the play was conceived as autoethnographic, kind of thinking about my own situation as a migrant. Myself come from Italy, and when I moved to Essex in 2016, during the Brexit time, I encountered discrimination. And also I struggled a lot during COVID. Then also it's based on interviews that sociologists from the university we carried out with migrant social and healthcare workers in London and Essex. But in terms of methodology, what is interesting about this is that basically I wrote a play without any interviews. Then the extracts of the plays in form of a video were used then to elicit responses from social and healthcare workers, and then parts of the interviews and testimonies went back into the play, which became a new draft. Also, in terms of the play as such, is also attached to an EDI toolkit. So basically, we created, myself and other 2 colleagues of mine, a toolkit, which are now piloting with Essex County Council, where we're going to use theatre and extras of the play to train senior managers on issues and needs of their migrant personnel. So this is the kind of social change we're looking is really a change in terms of attitudes for those that work in care homes, for those that we manage care homes. Also, the kind of changes that I'm looking is championing for cultural change in industry. So part of the program and the workshops I'll be doing during the tour is really kind of talking to industry in terms of representation. So a lot of there are quite few first-generation migrant theatre makers, but they're not visible. And also for me, it's important that we kind of change the perception of migration. Migration gets such a bad press. It's been used as a political tool by left, right, and middle, but not in the UK, but also across Europe. There's such an anti-migration sentiment at the moment, which leads me to why now? Well, May 2025, 23rd of May, the Labour government actually announced that they're going to stop recruitment of overseas social health workers, and also we're going to make harder for those that seek in Aliyah, which is in indeterminate leave to remain. They're going to go up from 5 years to 10 years. So now is the point to talk about migration, and also try to, and what I'm trying to do is to reach out to politicians to make a point. Immigration is not that bad. The people, they have, you know, their stories. There is a sense of humanity behind all the bad press that they're getting. Thank you. And these are my contact details, anybody is interested. Thank you so much.